My name is Kylie. I am 27 years old and live in a small town on the edge of the mountains. Life in this town has its charms, with breathtaking views and tight-knit relationships. I grew up here, and the people in my world know me as the girl who never backs down from a challenge. I have always been fiercely independent, but I also have a warm heart and a desire to help those around me. I am known for my bubbly personality and my knack for turning frowns into smiles. However, something dark loomed over my sunny disposition, a storm waiting to unleash itself. It all started when I discovered betrayal in the most devastating way possible. My best friend, Samantha, and I had been inseparable throughout our childhood. We laughed together, cried together, and shared our dreams for the future. I trusted her with everything. But last summer, as I was preparing to launch my own small business, I learned that Samantha was not the person I thought she was. She had been secretly sabotaging my efforts, going behind my back to steal my ideas and even persuading potential investors to back out of supporting me. It was like a punch to the gut when I found out. I felt so small, so powerless against the betrayal. I could no longer see her as the sister I once loved. Now, she was the embodiment of deceit, my greatest enemy. Feeling hurt and angry, I knew I had to confront her, but I was instinctively cautious. The thought of losing my best friend was unbearable. Instead, I tried to win back my dreams the good way, by working harder and surrounding myself with supportive people. But every time I took a step forward, Samantha seemed to take 2 steps backward, sabotaging every effort I made, from creating a website to setting up meetings with potential clients. The stress mounted as I found my business aspirations slipping further and further away. After a particularly hard day when I had lost yet another valuable client, I sat in my room, tears brimming in my eyes, knowing I was running out of options. It felt like everything around me was crumbling, including my sense of self-worth. Then, something inside me snapped. I could no longer be the victim in this saga of betrayal. I decided I needed to take control of my life again, my dreams again. I began to formulate a plan, something that would not only expose Samantha's deceit, but also put her in a position where she would have to reckon with the consequences of her actions. With the help of some close friends, I set out to gather evidence of her duplicity. I collected screenshots of her conversations, emails she had sent to clients discrediting me, and even audio recordings from anonymous sources who had seen her attempt to undermine my efforts. As I pieced everything together, I felt a sense of strength returning to me, a fierce warrior rising from the ashes. However, with each revelation, I also felt my rage grow, the darkness creeping in, threatening to overwhelm my heart. The day of reckoning arrived like thunder on the horizon. I arranged a meeting with Samantha under the guise of wanting to bury the hatchet and revive our friendship. As we sat in a dimly lit coffee shop, I looked at her, her charming smile betrayed by the secrets she held. I confronted her about the sabotage and laid out the evidence before her. The shock on her face was exhilarating, but as she fiercely denied everything, my emotions took a turn. She accused me of being overly sensitive and untrustworthy, twisting the whole encounter into a blame game. There I was, ready to destroy her facade of normalcy, but she turned everything around, painting me as the villain in my own story. I felt like I was at my lowest point, standing on the brink of despair, experiencing a devastating realization. What if my own revenge led to my downfall? Determined to see this through, I gathered my courage for one last stand, a final attempt to reclaim my life and job from Samantha. I enlisted the help of a local journalist who was known for exposing the truth behind deceitful businesses. In an elaborate scheme, I arranged to have the journalist meet with Samantha to discuss her business tactics, subtly leading her into traps that would reveal her dishonest methods. The day we met was almost electric. As Samantha rambled about her success, I could hardly contain my anticipation. The journalist was sharp and knew when to press for details. Finally, the moment arrived. Samantha's mask slipped. She blurted out damning information, and the journalist just smiled knowingly, recording everything. For Samantha, it was the moment her empire of lies began to crumble. With the story published, I saw the fallout of her actions. Samantha was quickly ostracized in our small community. Her reputation shattered. The spotlight now shone brightly on her deceitful nature. I could reflect on what had transpired and even felt a bittersweet satisfaction. I had been rewarded not just with revenge, but with the knowledge that I could rise above betrayal and embrace my true self again. I resumed my business endeavors with renewed zeal, rekindling my friendships along the way. As the dust settled, I no longer felt the tight grip of anger suffocating me. I had emerged not just victorious but transformed. In a way, revenge had changed me. It showed me that my strength did not need to come from destruction, but from resilience. As I created a new foundation for my business, I filled my endeavors with authenticity and honesty, sowing seeds of trust in my relationships. Just when I thought I had seen it all, I received a message from an anonymous source, rumored to be one of Samantha's former allies. "You did not destroy her," it said. "You uncovered her truth." A grin spread across my face. This twist reminded me that sometimes the best revenge can heal rather than hurt, and in that I found my ultimate triumph.